again. I hope you guys are all doing well. I am so excited to be back here today, and for my second YouTube video, I thought that I would talk a little bit about shooting Instagram content indoors, in an apartment, in a small space, kind of give you guys a tour of my apartment, what it looks like, and just some general tips and tricks on how to turn any living space into an area where you can shoot high quality content. So I'm gonna break this down into 3 different categories. The first one is making your space look completely different on camera. This is a big one and a big help for me. The second one is about decorating specific areas in your house to look Insta or photo ready, as it were. And the third is to embrace your space, make the best of what you have, and incorporate the things that are already in your home into your photos. So when it comes to turning your space into something that looks totally different on camera than it does in person, here are a few ideas for you. Now I'm gonna insert a few pictures here so you can see some different kind of settings that I have set up for my Instagram photos. And looking at these, you might not necessarily be able to guess exactly where I am. I'm gonna walk you around the apartment and show you a few places where I like to shoot my photos and how I make certain areas look completely different on camera than how they look in person. So here we have my living room, and this is one of the biggest, most open white walls I have in my house. And in order to film things like the video you're seeing here to the side, I literally had to move everything off of the wall, pull the chairs and the table away, and set up a camera in order to film. And really, all this is saying is that you can't be afraid to move things around in order to find a good shoot location. Sometimes it just is what it is, and it takes a little time, but it's normally worth the effort. If you don't have any big blank walls in your home or apartment, another great option you might not have thought of is the floor. I have actually shot content on the floor many times. As you know, I also do flat lays on the floor, so it's kind of a big thing for me. If you're not crazy about your carpet or your flooring, you can also lay down a blanket or a towel, a decorative rug, anything that you think might be a nice backdrop. If you are the one lying on the floor and you don't have someone to take a picture of you, you can also attach a tripod to something like the back of a chair and just kind of let it hang down. I've done this before as well, but it's still a decent background option if you find that your walls are just cluttered with too much stuff to even try and move it. If you just don't have any empty walls in your apartment or home, you may be able to use a door or a doorway. Just crop the image in once you're done shooting, and it makes for a pretty clean slate. Really try and look at your space with new eyes when you're trying to find content to shoot in a location that doesn't look like where you are. This is a great example. You can see on the side here that I have a video that I filmed here in the windowsill of making a latte. I did it right here, just moved all this stuff to the side and pushed up the blinds. Corners like this one are a great shoot location because they can add a lot of depth to a photo. Add a filter, crop it in, and you're good to go. When it comes to decorating spaces in your apartment or home that are specifically photo ready, what I mean by that is just having a corner, an item, a location, something that is kind of always set up to look good and be ready to photograph in. Not everyone is going to have the ability to do this in their house. As you know, I have a young child, so there are parts of my house that will never look tidy enough to take Instagram photos in. But there are some parts of the house that I have set up specifically so that I can shoot content there, and a lot of that is based on specific items that I have bought to enhance the location. Items that are great to have for your Instagram ready spot are posters or photos on the wall, a beautiful rug or a faux fur rug, a clothing rack, artificial plants or real plants if you can keep a plant alive. I can't. Items like this in particular don't need to be incredibly expensive, but they can really add a different element to a photo and make the location look totally different than it may actually look in real life. Alright, so here is my bedroom, and this is one of the areas that I have set up just to create Instagram content in, even though it actually is doing 2 jobs because it's holding my clothes while also looking cute. I worked on this space for quite a while, but I knew I wanted somewhere where I could film reels and get ready with me's, and also shoot photos. I got this chair cover for a couple bucks from Shein. I got this mirror from Amazon Warehouse. And this clothing rack I actually got from Amazon as well. It was white initially and I spray painted it gold. I also got the twinkle lights hanging along the ceiling from Amazon. Very inexpensive, but I love the look that they add to the room. I also got a small faux fur rug from, I think, Marshalls, and it was just a cute add-on to put under the clothing rack. I also use it for a lot of my flat lays as well. And once again, we have these hats doing double duty. Not only do they look cute up here, but it's somewhere to store my hats. This desk area is also doing double duty because this is where I work as well as where I shoot photos. This area right here is another spot I have set up to shoot photos in. I normally clean it out a little bit more before I shoot photos. A full-length mirror, some twinkle lights, and artificial plants once again save the day. It really changes the look of the photo. And here we are again in my stairwell. This is an area that I set up recently, basically for selfie spots, but also just as a decorative corner in my home. I recently got this basket on Amazon for my artificial plant, and sometimes I lay this rug down in the hallway for a little something extra in my photos. Finally, last but not least, I want to talk about embracing your space and working with it. I know it can feel frustrating sometimes if you live in a smaller apartment or a location where you feel like there's just nowhere to shoot. Sometimes background details don't really make that much of a difference. Sometimes they just kind of add to the overall effect of a photo. If you look at a lot of other, influencers and creators on Instagram in particular, sometimes you don't even notice what the background of their photos are until you're paying attention to it. People are shooting in front of a closed door, a closet, in their kitchen. What I would say in particular with this is to look for locations in your home that are aesthetically appealing in some way and to just work with it. If you have a bookshelf that is full of books and looks totally messy, your viewers might not think twice about it if you are cuddled up in a blanket reading a book in front of said bookshelf. So this is my living room and also where I have shot plenty of content. Even though this is the most lived-in area of our home, it makes it a cozy photo spot. Some of you may have noticed that a lot of fashion content creators in particular will shoot right from their closet. My closet is not perfectly tidy. It is currently pretty cluttered, but I think it creates a pretty fun backdrop. So this is the nursery, aka Rio's room. I normally don't create a lot of content in here just because it's decorated for kids, obviously. But that also makes it a perfect setting for family or lifestyle photos with Rio. This is our little makeshift coffee bar area, and I have even used a space like this for the background of a photo. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I really hope that these 3 tips were helpful to you in your journey of creating content on Instagram or on YouTube or for clients, whatever it may be, or maybe just for yourself. If you have any questions, thoughts on this, please feel free to leave a comment below. As always, I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and also follow me on Lux Latte on Instagram and at Lux Latte Life as well. And you can get additional information on all of my videos and posts on my website, lux-latte.com. It was great hanging with you again. I hope you have a great day and I will talk to you soon.